Hey there, this is Cece, and you're listening to Going Solo with Cece. You are also on WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, and so I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Those of you that don't know me, I am a relationship mentor. I am the douanier, we call myself the douanier, fondly called, and I work with people that are going through divorce, through the transition of dating and relationship building. And so what I really do is connect you, and I take you through some of the darkest times in your life, really bringing you to the best, living your best life. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about your life, living your best life, getting used to the fact that you have a brand new life. Now you ask yourself, okay, I'm coming from divorce. I'm coming from one of the darkest times of my life. How can I possibly be happy? You're looking at your life now being single. Maybe you've been single for quite some time, and you're thinking to yourself, you know what? This isn't a piece of cake. This is difficult. What I'm going to tell you is that life is a choice, and it's one that we can make. And so what I want to share with you, and I want to inspire you, is that we can make this wonderful choice ourselves. We can decide to do something totally different about it. Now, here it is. We're at where we're at, you know. And my mother used to say to me, I used to think it was kind of funny, this kind of weird thing she would say. She would say, you're where you're at because that's where you want to be. That is where you have chosen to be. So when I was going through my divorce, I thought to myself, this isn't where I wanted to be. I didn't want this. This is, you know, it seemed like it evolved and it happened to me. And so then I was going through some of these dark, lonely periods completely by myself and thinking, how am I gonna make it through this? How am I going to begin to redefine my life and create a place for myself? Because I was lost. I felt completely lost. And here's the reality, is that you're not really lost. You know, what you have to do is connect yourself with other like-minded people, other people that are maybe sharing some of the experiences that you are, but not in a negative form. Because what you don't want to do is get in with the crowd of people that are poor me. Oh, this is, you know, this isn't going to be bad. My life is ruined, you know, that kind of stuff. You want to start getting into the level of individuals that say to themselves, you know what, I'm here, but where am I going to go? So now let's put a plan together. Let's begin to think about where we want to be in this new life that we have. Sure, we're not happy that we're here, but we are, right? And so now what we're going to do is we're going to start opening that book, you know, because I've often said our life is a journey and it's like a story, and each story has different chapters. And so here we've left a relationship loss, right? And now we're moving forward into a brand new relationship, ourselves, one with ourselves. Can you imagine the kind of relationship you can have with yourself if you give it some time? So the very first thing I'm going to say to you is give yourself some time and space to be who you are. Start to discover who you are, because who you are today is not who you were yesterday, nor is it going to be who you are tomorrow. So what you want to do is start exploring yourself today to say to yourself, you know what can I do? What do I like? So you start by making inventory of yourself. You know, I'm very big on lists. So you get a piece of paper, you start writing down all the things that make you happy. It can be the simplest things, eating an ice cream cone. I love ice cream. So eating an ice cream cone makes me happy, although it has to be some sort of low-fat thing because it's not good for me. But the thing is that you start creating your mindset as turning towards what makes you happy in life. And so once you do that, it's surprising how it just starts following you. Your joy just starts building up and building up and building up. I have found personally myself, the connection with other people gives me great pleasure. I mean, I love it. When I had the singles mingle this past summer here, just a few weeks ago, I loved meeting all these new people, learning about their journeys, their lives, who they are, what made them happy, why did they want to date, why do they want to have someone in their lives. And what I found is that each one of them were so different, but so similar. So if we connect with other people, other single people, and we start taking inventory of ourselves and understanding what it is that brings us joy, we'll just keep like a snowball. It'll just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And our hearts and our minds will open up further and further and further. Now, Christopher said something I thought was very, Kit from the boy and girl thing I thought was very wise. He said to be flexible. And so often we have this rigid thinking about what we are anticipating, what we think our life should be. So here's a reality. There's no given end. We have no idea where our end's going to be. So how do we know that we're maybe not at the beginning or maybe in the middle? So my thoughts is be flexible with what you think your journey in life is going to be. Be outgoing enough to be able to experience something new. We're creating this complete singles community. Never in a million years did I ever think that I would do something like this. Never did I think that I would be here talking to you each and every week. But the reality is that my life is totally different than what I thought it was going to be. So why shouldn't yours be different? So experience something new. Get out there and do some different things. The whole thing is that we want to embrace our lives. So, being single is not like the end of the world. And we think that sometimes when we're at the beginning of the journey. We think, oh gosh, how could we possibly do this? We've been in a long-term relationship. We're, much further ahead in our lives. We're thinking we're going to be at retirement. We're going to live happily ever after. Now the joy is supposed to start. And here we are having to reevaluate where we're at, reevaluate our finances, reevaluate everything. But we're now at another beginning. So how exciting could that possibly be for us? So the thing is like, you can look at an apple that has fallen to the ground and you could say, oh, that's a rotten apple. The apple fell from the tree and now it's on the ground and it's a bad apple. Or you could pick that apple up and you could say, it just fell, so it must be very ripe. So it must taste wonderful. It's going to be a great apple. And so you try it and you find out maybe it's not so bad, because the other apples on the tree are still very green. So here's the thing is that, I just want you guys to embrace your life. I want you to hug yourself and understand that we have so much more that we can move forward on. So much more that we can do, so much more that we can experience, so much more life we can live. Marcy Walsh, I just love her to death because when she was in my divorce support group, she came up with this measuring, and she uses it now in her speaks because she's gone on to be a wonderful public speaker. She does a lot of wonderful things to help people. But she had this measuring, I don't know if it was stick, but it was like a tape measure type of thing. And she said, okay, look at your life. Here's your span of life, right? So we are anticipating that we're going to live to X amount of years. And so you're here on the list and you've got all this other time to still live. Not think about all the time you've already lived, Think about all the time you're going to live and all that you can experience in life. If you ever get an opportunity to listen to her speak, I highly recommend it because it's very, very inspiring. But can you imagine, I think about my life and I think, maybe I might have another 20, 25 years. So if I think about 20, 25 years in the span of, many, many years, I would think, oh, that isn't very much. But can you think about what I could do and what I can accomplish in 20, 25 years? I cannot wait to step into the life I'm going to be. Where I'm going to live, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to experience, who I'm going to meet. I cannot wait to have the doors open and the sunshine come every day to be able to move forward into that. So what I'm saying to you is wherever you're at right now, just know that the next step is going to be even better. But you have to choose that. You have to choose the happiness in your life. You're the one in control of the happiness in your life. So if you're not happy, it's only you that you have to look forward, look towards or look into. Because so often we say to ourselves, okay, well, we're not happy because of blah, 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 did this, or they said that, or they did this, or I'm broke because I've lost all my money and through the divorce and I've done all of this. But money can be made. New places can be moved into. New relationships can be built. Family members, you can create new ties with them. There isn't anything you can't accomplish if you so choose to. So how inspiring is that? So what I'm going to ask for you, I'm going to ask a call of action today. I'm going to ask you to step into your life. Don't look beyond it or behind it, but step towards it, step into it. Think about what you want to do maybe the next 10 years, next 5 years, next 3 years. Step into the joy of what you can accomplish and what you can do. Step into those that bring you happiness and joy. Step away, step sideways, the ones that don't give you that feeling. Because what will happen is if you step aside from the ones that are not giving you that uplifting feeling, what will happen is when they start seeing that you have got joy in your life, that you've got this bubble, this excitement, this wonderful feeling that's going on, they're going to step towards you. And then you can share with them how you have moved forward in your life in a very positive way. It's all about taking action. So many times in our lives, we say to ourselves, why are we where we're at? Because we simply have not taken action to move forward. So what I'm going to ask you today is step into your life, move towards it. Don't be fearful of what the outcome will be. But, take it by the hand and move forward and know that it's going to be better than what it could possibly be because you've chosen it to be. Now, I know that this might be a lot of humdrum and whatever you might be listening tonight, but if you could just grasp just a little bit of that, if you can hang on tight to the belief that something better is going to be there for you, the universe will take care of the rest. Because it's all evolving around you. If we can raise our vibration high enough that we can catch a hold of all this wonderful, glorious stuff that's going to happen to us. But if we keep that vibration down low, deep, we're going to always constantly be trying to dig our way out. So step towards something. I know this might sound weird to some, but I've often thought to myself, when you hear of people talking about passing on, moving through to, their next journey, after death or whatever, they're moving towards the light, right? They're moving towards this great, glorious light that they've seen and they're following through. Maybe they made it up in the movies. I don't know, but it sounds glorious to me. So I'm moving towards this wonderful, glorious light. Why can't we do that right now? Why can't we say to ourselves, I'm going to move forward to this glorious, glorious life I'm going to have. I'm going to raise my vibration so everyone around me is going to be at that level too, at that plateau. We're going to be able to move together in this great, wonderful way. We're going to be able to spread joy and happiness wherever we go. How much energy does it take to laugh and smile? Doesn't take much, but the joy that it creates all around you is tremendous. I laugh a lot. I love a lot. I love hard and I laugh hard and I live my life hard. But I want to be able to make it count. So I'm going to ask you tonight again, one more time, to step towards your life, move forward into it, raise your vibration up, let the universe take control and let things move in a glorious way around you. Write down all the wonderful things that you want to have happen in your life. You'd be surprised how wonderful they are. You know, we're going to have to, I want to do a show where we're making a jar. A friend of mine did this for me in business. We made a career jar. And we put together some of these items and things like that. And I made a list of all the things that I wanted to try to accomplish. And we put it in this jar. And I shake this jar every day. I light a candle on it. If nothing more, it puts me in this mode of positiveness that great things are going to come into my life. So maybe together we should make a jar. I'm going to have a singles mingle, and we're going to be doing that together. But maybe we could actually do it on film. So you guys that you can't be present with us, you guys do it too. That would be kind of a fun thing to do. But here it is at the end of the night. I've had a great day today. You know, we launched a new show today. It's called Veterans Going Solo. And it's really there to honor and respect those that are in service, you know, that have been in service past or retired veterans, but it's also there for active, soldiers that are deployed, and for their families. So I'd like to be able to embrace some of those journeys, embrace some of those stories, and share some of the, you know, just the wonderfulness that they've experienced in their lives, so that we can remember what others have given to us, and that we can appreciate where we're at today. Because I think so often as we're going through our stuff in life, we don't always appreciate what other people have done for us to be able to get us here. And maybe just that in itself would raise our vibration up. So, but anyhow, I'm excited about that show because I feel like it's something that we're giving back. So if you're a veteran, or you know of someone that's in the service, a family member, or anything that you want to share that would be of honor and service to our military, we'd like to be able to have it on the show. So we do very much want to be able to give something back. So I think that's what a Going Solo as Network is all about, is really giving to each other. So, all right, we're going to have to wrap up the show. This is Cece with Going Solo. I'm going to have a guest with me, I'm hoping next week, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Also, we're going to be starting another new show, which is on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Eric Ray is going to be with us about healthy living and empowerment. He's going to empower us to really live a good, healthy life. Hey, I need that. I need that right along, because I tend to drift back into the ice cream. So I'm looking forward for him to inspire me to live in a healthy life, because I want to live a long time. I'd like to take that 25-year and make it go to 30, 35, or whatever it takes, because I had a great summer. You know, we talked about being on our summer vacations. And I had a wonderful summer, and I want many, many, many more of those great times. And I want you to experience it with me. So this is Cece with Going Solo. Bye for now. You are listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, and it is the great singles talk station. Bye for now.